In this lesson, we're going to get started with programming our parts, but we want to first insert a Vise model. If you open up the supplied file, MCU 3D gas pedal L6, you'll notice that we have a few additional view sheets, setup to fixture and setup to fixture-2. These are going to allow us to start to program the machine to cut our fixture. This has already been set up in a new machine called HOS VF2. Notice that the post that we're using is still HOS VF5 axis, and this is simply for simplicity. You don't have to download any additional post files. But in reality, this extra machine group would be using a different machine which includes a different post processor. So in this case, let's look at what we have so far and understand where we're at. The view sheet fixture is going to be referencing a plane called setup2. This has a coordinate system above the part. If we view our stock, it is already ground to size in the Y direction, but we have to fit the top section exactly where our part's going to sit. So this is going to allow us to explore a few operations such as slicing, creating a contour, ultimately flipping this over so we can do the cores and drills on the other side. But to get started, I want to explore how we would insert a manufacturer's model for something like a Vise. Now, a lot of times you get these from your programs, but it's always a good idea to insert this type of fixturing whenever possible, just to make sure that we can use it for collision detection and just understand exactly how parts are held. To get started, we're going to go to File, Merge, and I want you to navigate to the location of the CURT D688-web file that's provided with the course. This file was downloaded directly from the CURT website as a SOLIDWORKS model. When we open the file, I'm going to adjust the scale to 0.5 and simply say OK to accept its location. If we zoom out a little bit, you'll notice that its orientation is based on the original world coordinate system and not the coordinate system that's associated with the pedal itself. So this means we need to do a little work in order to get this vise in the right location. To get started, we're going to go to our Transform tab and select Dynamic. We need to start by selecting all the components that we want to move. Now in this case there are quite a few, so we're going to box select everything and then click on our fixture to deselect it. Once you've selected all of the Vise components, we're going to hit Enter, and this will move over to this section where we're going to place our gnomon. I'm going to start by placing the gnomon in this bottom left hand corner. This way I can understand exactly where the part's going to be referencing and have a good location for this corner. We could also place it up here in the top corner if we wish, but for right now let's leave it in this bottom corner. One thing I want to note is the icon next to the mouse cursor. Right now it has a cube and a sphere. Now this means that any changes that we make are going to move all the components we have selected. To change this, we're going to press the Control key on the keyboard, and you'll notice that the icon now changes to an X, Y, and Z axis. This is going to allow us to change the orientation of the coordinate system. So by selecting the green arcs, we're now able to align it with the edge of the vise by selecting another point. Once we want to go back in to move this model, we can simply hit the Control key again and take a look at the coordinate system icon located next to the cursor. It's now a cube and a sphere again. This means we're now in translation mode and we're allowed to move the vise around. So the first thing I want to do is click on the sphere at the center of all those axes, and I'm going to place it on my model. It might be kind of hard to see, so sometimes you might need to rotate it around until it snaps to the bottom corner of our part. Once it snaps there, we're going to left click on one of the green arcs, and we're going to rotate that around until we snap to the other corner point or the edge. Now you'll notice that as I do this, we're not getting the correct orientation of the part. What we want to make sure that we do is we align the axes. So if I click on the arrow, I can snap it to the location of that bottom corner. Once we've placed it in here, you'll note that it's sitting all the way at the bottom of the vise. Now ultimately we'd have a set of parallels in here, but I want to just explain how we can go about this process. I'm going to left click on the vertical section of the Z-axis, and I'm simply going to enter a value of minus 0.5 and hit Enter. We're going to hit Enter twice to accept that value. And now this is as if we have a 1/2 inch parallel sitting beneath the block. Next, we're going to hit the green check mark to OK this, and we want to do dynamic transform one more time. This time we're going to move the back section of the vise as well as the threaded section on the shaft. We're going to hit enter to accept that. Again, we're going to place the gnomon, and this time we're going to place it at the bottom corner. And now we want to move this. I'm simply going to select the coordinate point, and notice that we're moving it up in 3D. Now this is not what we want, so I'm going to hit escape and simply left click on the y-axis, because this is the only direction that we want to move it. Even though we're moving in 2D, we can tap on a 3D point to place that up against our fixture block. Once we're okay with this, we'll select the green check mark, and now we've placed the vise in our model in the correct orientation for our first machining operation for our fixture. There's one more thing that we need to handle before we move on. On our Levels tab, you'll notice that there are several different levels that were created for the Kurt vise. It would have originally created level 1 all the way up to level 12, but because we had level 1, 10, and 11 already taken, it simply split those and placed a single body on each level. We're going to start by creating a level 301, and I'm going to name this Kurt. I then want to select all the bodies to place on that level, and I can do this by box selecting, and then deselect our fixture, right click, and push those all to the active level, level 301. Now if we turn level 301 on and off, you can see that we have the vise turning itself on and off. Now at this point, it's important to note and remember that we have a Mastercam University default levels list, and let's take a look at that image. So this vise is currently going to be used to hold the fixture for setup 2. So the vise itself will end up being on level 205 eventually. Now ultimately I don't know if we need to copy it and we need to make other versions where we potentially hold the fixture to machine it in the second operation, or if we just hold the fixture for the pedal. So keep in mind that as we start to build our levels, we want to make sure that we follow whatever standard, in this case Mastercam University standard. So ultimately we're going to put this vise on level 205, but for right now we're going to put it on 301 as a placeholder. Now I want to select all of the separate levels that originally had the Kurt vise parts on it and purge the selected. Because they're no longer needed, we want to make sure that we remove them. Once we're okay with this setup, we can go back to our view sheet. We can turn on the Kurt vise level. This is level 301. And we can resave a view sheet bookmark. This ensures that we have all the bodies we want to see in this, and we can make sure that we're not accidentally machining portions of the vise when we start programming our parts. As we move forward through our lesson, we will also use the vise in the flipped over position to machine the other side of the fixture. However, we won't be covering this because we've already covered how you can manipulate and move the vise around. The process that you want to use is to make a copy of the vise in that additional orientation and use the dynamic transform tools. For right now, make sure that you save your file so we can move on to the next step.